If you've ever had an exterminator come to your house for an inspection, the last thing you want to hear is, "Lady, you've got termites." We all know about these disgusting critters. They crawl around in the framework of our houses, gnawing away bit by bit. We don't think much about them until there's evidence of their presence. Likewise, as single moms, many are carrying around these nasty insects in the basement of their souls. Not termites, but worry mites. Over the years, I've had the opportunity to witness hundreds of single mom stories, and there's a common annoyance in many of these emotional sellers. Are my kids going to be okay? Will I be single forever? How long, Pam, will I have to wrestle with this? Or when will I stop comparing my situation with all the happy little married couples around me? Or what if I try something new, Pam, and it doesn't work? Or am I worthy of God's love? How am I going to deal with an empty nest one day? These are hard. And finally, when will I quit beating myself up and stop feeling guilty? Ugh, worry, self-condemnation. Ugh, sound familiar? Bless our little hearts. Why does it come so naturally for us to exasperate ourselves and simmer over the unknown? Jesus knew we'd be like this. In fact, he had more to say about worry than any other internal dysfunction. He knew its damage and our tendency as humans, especially women, to gravitate toward it. So he instructed, "Do not let your heart be troubled." I figure if he commanded us on many occasions not to fret, not to worry, not to fear, not to become undone, not to unravel at the seams, then surely he had a way for us if we turn to him. So what does that say about our way out, and what does that look like? First, we need to ask God to make us aware when we're letting our minds run wild with fears. Often we do it so naturally and beautifully, might I add, that we don't even notice we're stewing, and before long, it becomes a part of us. Where we're busy, where we're going nowhere, kind of like passing time away in a rocking chair, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Second, when we realize that we're worrying, we need to stop it and pray instead. We can't worry and pray at the same time. At least I can't. Something happens when we start praising God for his faithfulness in the midst of our self-inflicted forebodings. Circumstances out of our control turn into opportunities to draw closer to God. And third, we can participate with God in renewing our minds. We have the mind of Christ, which means we can think the Almighty's thoughts. Can you believe that? God's promises were given that we might align our views with his. We become, listen to this, Satan's bait when we analyze and agonize and wrestle over our woes. And besides that, worrying makes us tired. It zaps us of today's strength. A day of worrying is more exhausting than a week of work, amen? And finally, we can meditate on Scripture. Isaiah 26 gives us a remedy to worrying. You will stay in perfect peace to the extent that you trust in him. I love that "to the extent" part. Much worry equals much unsettledness. Much yielding to God equals much peace. Amazing! We can thrive in the center of God's calm while God does battle for us under the surface. In my book, The Single Mom and Her Roller Coaster Emotions, I dedicated an entire chapter to these pale-bodied destroyers called worry mites. They don't have to nibble away at our well-being of joy. I think we need to listen to God. He comforts. Don't be concerned about things around you. Friend, that's my job.